That is a really good question, because the thing about this new pen is it is massive. It's a lot bigger than our previous pens, so it can fit more cats in it. But what does that mean? Because when you think about stuffing a lot of cats into one pen, you can have problems. So it really does depend on the cats, and at the moment there are 4 cats in here, including this big boy, Herbert. There are 3 breeding females and 1 desexed male in here at the moment. And so they're really limited by whether they all get along. And currently, everybody's happy, everybody's getting along. You can see the girls are just over here playing with a cricket. It's, there's heaps of space for them to be in here. So what are the limiting factors? Well, one of the limiting factors is the litter trays. You can't have too many cats in a space without having enough litter trays for them. And we know that this pen has the poop cabin attached at the back. And the poop cabin has 3 great big trays in it. Can't have too many cats, otherwise they'll overload the trays. We'd have to put on another poop cabin, which we could do. You also need to make sure there's plenty of space for bedding for all of them to sleep in, which there is. There's plenty of room for them to move around and have their own space if they want to be in their own space. There is. They can be inside the little cubby or outside. There's also like this area here for them to be in if they want to as well. They've got a lot of things to do, and they're not overcrowded in a way that means that it's too much to clean either, because if it starts to get overwhelming in terms of cleaning, then they'll be living in a dirty environment, and we don't want that either. So there's a few things to think about there, but the biggest limiting factor for this pen will be the litter trays. The other thing about this pen is these are my breeding girls, and they will come in and go out depending on what's happening. So they might go out to a mating with one of the boys. Once they're mated and pregnant, they'll go into the barn, which is my cattery. And then from there, they'll go into the house to have their babies. So there's different stages in their breeding time where they'll be. And that means that this pen will have different cats in it at any time. And so that's a really interesting way to keep a colony of cats, because when they do move around and move together, they seem to get along better, and they seem to cope with, this cat going out and this cat coming in. And there is also the factor that, I rehome and find beautiful pet homes for my retired cats. So when the cats are getting retired, let's see if we can see this through what they're doing. When the cats are getting retired, then they're going to be going off into different homes anyway. So there's cats coming and going a lot. So today there's only 4 cats in here. I'm about to put a couple more in here because some of the girls are coming from the house back out here because their babies have gone off to their new homes. And I'll see, how it goes. If it's too many, then we'll separate them into another pen. But as much as possible, I like them to have their little friendship groups where they can play and have fun together. So how many cats? Well, it's 4 at the moment. And I was thinking 6, but for a short period, it might even be 7, which seems like a lot. But when it's 7 cats that get along well, and you can see these guys are currently all playing together with a cricket, which Beatrice is about to eat, then it's fine to have them all here. And it's also about making sure you keep an eye on the cats as well. So if I felt that Hilda's just in here. Hilda is a little bit timid compared to the other cats. So for Hilda, I might need to make sure that she's not being bullied by any of the other cats. You really need to watch the behaviour and make sure that everybody seems relaxed and seems happy. The risk, again, there's another risk, which is you also have the risk if one cat is sick, they're all sick. So keeping in smaller groups can mean that, if one cat gets sick in the group and 4 cats get sick, is a lot easier to deal with than 7 cats getting sick. So there's pros and cons about it. And it comes down to playing it by ear and knowing your own cats and knowing what's going to work and what's not going to work, and being accepting of things. You can make decisions and do things and that cannot turn out how you plan sometimes, and that's okay. It's part of breeding cats. Yeah. So hopefully that answers your question.